So at Federation University, we're not that different to other universities. We're always looking for ways to embed graduate employability attributes into our programs and courses. So one of the ways that we've attempted to do that here is by using digital narratives. So what we're essentially doing is embedding workplace relevant dilemmas related to the learning outcomes of each of the courses. So it's quite easy for students to learn and for us to teach them the knowledge and skills associated with each of the disciplines, but it's much more difficult to model and to teach and for them to learn what it's going to be like when they have to apply those skills in the workplace.
The School of Nursing, Midwifery and Healthcare introduced a new curriculum in 2016 following a design pedagogy of blended online and digital learning, which we refer to as BOLD. In partnership with the University's Centre for Learning Innovation and Professional Practice, CLIP, interactive case studies were developed using 3 distinct characters based on real-life nursing experiences. These case studies followed the characters through a series of life-changing events through a medium of digital storytelling. The digital stories that were produced and accompanying learning materials provide students with the opportunity to engage with real-life characters and to develop key nursing skills, which include but are not limited to critical thinking and reflection.
My name's Andrew Smith and my role in this project was based around Kevin and writing his story. I'm responsible for making Kevin come alive and wanting to develop this context of an authentic character who represents so many Australian men.
Hi, my name's Miss Amanda Smith. I'm Discipline Lead for the School of Nursing, Midwifery and Healthcare. I oversee the quality and integrity of the program across our multiple campuses. In terms of this filming project, my role was project lead, so I oversaw all stages of the project, including script writing, development of the characters, and also the rollout of this curriculum.
My name is Claire Cole. I'm the current Program Coordinator for the Undergraduate Nursing Program at Federation University. My role in this project was as one of the key developers for one of the characters for these digital storytelling videos, and I think we have a unique product that will change the way that we develop and teach nursing students.
I was told that it might be a good idea for my dad to talk to a psychiatrist.
I was hungover as usual, and my God, I nearly killed her.
Yeah, Kevin, my name's Claire, I'm one of the nurses. Just need to check your eyes for a second, if you can just look at me.
So I've come to ask you some questions today.
Do you ever feel out of control, like with your behaviour, or anxious or stressed?
Taylor, are you okay?
Can you please leave the room?
I'm not going anywhere.
Get out!
Roman, come on, let's leave him do his job.
Mr. Williams, I really think you need to leave now. I've got the safety of my patient to think about.
You gotta go, Taylor.
I don't want to be like that. I don't want to just be plugged in and just merely existing.
I need to know that he's comfortable. I hate seeing Grandpa like this.
Our aims of this project include being able to undertake further evaluation of the impact that this type of digital resource has on undergraduate nursing education. Secondly, an extension of the resources that are available to enhance the digital stories. And finally, an exploration of the opportunities that exist for reproducibility and transformability of these resources.
So the scale of this Digital Narratives initiative at Federation University Australia is really quite large. We started with a trial program with the nursing undergraduate degree. Now that we've proven the concept, the university has actually recognised that this is a mechanism to really change the way that we're doing our learning and teaching here at Federation University. Our hope is that we're going to be able to do one large narrative that's going to touch every course within key undergraduate programs for each of our 4 faculties every year for the next 4 years. It's really going to provide a fantastic opportunity to revolutionise the way that we're doing our blended online learning here at Federation University. So in terms of sustaining digital narratives as a practice across Federation University, we've done 2 pretty important things. One is to secure a long-term source of funding. So we're funded until the end of 2020 to make sure that we can continue to roll this out across the university to have maximum impact. The other thing we've done is to have a blend of permanent staff members and also the use of external contractors. So that's actually providing us with a number of benefits. One, our external contractors are helping to capacity build and skill up our existing resources. And the other one is that we can quickly scale up and bring in external resources where we need to make sure these projects happen in a timely manner. It also means that if we do attract further and additional funding in the future, that we can use these external resources to again quickly scale up and deliver more projects as needed. We're making sure that we share the narratives that we have in our learning content repository. That means that every teaching staff member within Federation University can access these narratives and potentially reuse it in their course, which may have been for a different purpose than what it was originally designed for. So for example, we've just produced a number of scenarios and narratives for our nursing undergraduate degree, and I've shown those to academics who teach psychology, and they're like, right, there's a perfect scenario that I could use to model a good rapport building and counselling session for a young person. In terms of reuse across the sector, we're definitely investigating the prospect of making these resources available under Creative Commons licensing, and we've also had some preliminary discussions with other universities about potentially doing joint projects. So for example, with areas of common curriculum, for example in nursing, we've potentially had some discussions where we could collaborate with other universities to have them develop narratives that cover elements of the curriculum that we haven't yet covered. So we could use their resources and they could use ours, and together we could cover the entire curriculum in a much more effective way. So one of the nice things about these digital narratives is they give us as a central learning and teaching unit the opportunity to really touch each and every course coordinator within a particular program. So what does that mean? That means that a course coordinator is going to have an interaction with a learning designer, with some creatives, and also with learning technology support people. So using digital narratives as a technique to drive adoption of technology enhanced learning across Federation University, there's a few key things that what it stimulates doing, and really the course coordinators and program coordinators have to examine the way that they're delivering online. So that means they've got to master different techniques in Moodle. There might be some tools, activities or assessment techniques in Moodle that they haven't seen before, that embedding a digital narrative within their course is going to challenge them to look at. We have a number of other learning technologies at Federation University. For example, we have e-portfolios through Mahara, and these digital narratives really are a fantastic way for teachers to embed Mahara into their course. So, we're going to experience a scenario, we want the students to discuss that and then go away and reflect upon it. The perfect place to do that is within their e-portfolio. So while we've got this program level narrative being rolled out, we can also roll out e-portfolios at a program level as well. And this is something that's been quite challenging, not just within this university, but without the entire sector. We've got to have a reason to use these e-portfolios that's relevant for the course coordinators and also for the students. The other learning technology that we have that's really useful in this context is virtual classrooms. So virtual classrooms for our online and flexible students are going to provide basically the community element where students can get together with their teacher, with their classmates, and discuss what it is that they've just experienced real time. So again, it gives the teachers a reason to adopt this learning technology that is pedagogically sound and is useful to them as a teacher, and also, most importantly, useful for the students and their learning outcomes.
Now let's look at the key definitions that provide the theory behind this work. The terms digital narrative and digital storytelling are often used interchangeably in the current literature. Digital storytelling has been used for producing stories based on first-person experiences and can be viewed in isolation. This, as a standalone event, is not authentic learning and does not make for an emotionally engaging story that draws learners into the heart of the characters to facilitate the development of empathy and compassion. What we developed was reflective, engaged, authentic learning, or real through stories. This is based on the reconceptualisation of the work done by Sharda in 2007, where the concepts of creating a digital story includes development of a plot. The plots in these vignettes have been developed in a way in which the events and experiences of the characters are linked together to create a meaningful and emotionally engaging discourse to support an authentic online learning community.
If we visualise this reconceptualisation of real through stories, we can see that there's some components of digital storytelling and digital narrative. What this allows us to do is to provide authentic learning experiences for students develop communities of practice, and to have engaged and motivated learners. We've been able to demonstrate an ability to produce a highly effective resource for student engagement, student motivation, and essentially student learning. Thank you for considering our submission. We believe that this extra funding will enable us to enhance and develop further our digital storytelling that we've currently embedded into our nursing curriculum, to help develop further our student engagement and to develop students that are motivated and willing to learn. This helps us to provide authentic learning experiences for our students, which helps them to develop some of the key transferable employment skills that they require to become the nurses of the future.